everybody. Welcome to another episode with Thriving Goddesses. Today, we just wanted to get together and talk about everything that's been going on lately and how we've been adapting to things. So, as we all know, there's a lot going on all at the same time. It feels like 2020. Actually, it's funny, I saw this meme that literally everybody was in one corner and somebody was holding a broomstick out and it said July. And it was like us looking at July, like, what you got for us, July? So if you've been feeling like that, I know I have personally, and I've had to kind of take some time to adapt and to figure out, okay, a lot of things are out of my control. And I know I'm a control freak. So number one, accepting that a lot of things are out of my control right now. So what can I do to make sure I can wake up happy, I can continue to do the things that I need to do, and I can have a good day? Because at the end of the day, it's still summer, and I want to enjoy summer just a little bit. So personally for me, and I don't know if you guys mind if I just start since I'm rambling right now anyway. For me, uh, making a little bit of time for myself is something that I found to be super helpful. And that for me is in the morning. I have like this special connection with like early morning, like right before the sun rises, but it's not dark. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want it to be dark outside and it, be morning. But at that point when it's just like so pink and peaceful, and I have like 5 to 10 minutes to just meditate. And lately, I haven't been able to just meditate on my own, although, I've been meditating for a long time, and I used to just be able to sit there and breathe for a little bit, and I can find myself meditating. Lately, though, my mind just runs a mile a minute, and so I've been using a lot of guided meditations. And I remember the first time I tried using those, I'm like, I'm not about to sit here and listen to somebody else's voice the entire time. That's going to bother me, like I'd rather listen to like chimes and bowls and like sounds, but that wasn't working. So slowly, by following what the voice was actually saying and doing that every single day, this has been like my second complete week of doing it every single day. And I'm at this point, I'm like, I need to do it. It's in my schedule. It's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning before I talk to anyone. My family literally sees me sitting in the living room with my eyes closed like this. And they know. So that's what I've been doing. And it's been helping it's been really helping me just feel a little happier. So what about you guys?
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So much. You're talking about like meditation, and so I'm actually the opposite of you when it comes to that, which I've also been kind of trying to do more of, during this time. But so I love guided meditations, but I've actually been trying to experiment with like sound bath meditations, which is like
see, and that's like what we just switched.
Yeah. So that's actually been more of the challenge because I feel like I'd be better with someone kind of like guiding my thoughts and but just listening to the sounds. That's been something I've actually kind of been trying to adapt as well during this time. But besides that, I think for me, just with everything that's going on, I had to be like a little bit more intentional with like making sure that I like implemented those moments where those passion moments, I guess, obviously, and not forgetting to, for example, dance, like, which obviously, like, I love to do. And so just making sure that, like, that's just a part of, keeping that a part of my daily life, so this right here is like my living room. So just making sure I'm just like, keep moving, and as well as like working out as well. That's been like a huge thing. I think it's actually been a little bit easier for me. I feel like working out like during this time because it's like I'm working out in my living room and I can just hop in the shower when I'm done and boom, get finished, move on with my day. Yeah, so that's a little bit.
I really like the fact that you both are like putting a lot of emphasis on your mental health by meditating. I'm going to be honest is by saying that meditation is something that I kind of fell off on, and I just recently started to get back into. And what I used to do and what I'm doing now is I'm like kind of detoxing my mind and my body simultaneously by doing salt bath meditations. So, you know, I have to like really set a time, like, and be specific about like when I do this because I have a small child. So whenever I put him down for his morning nap, I run a hot bath. I put some like Epsom salt in there, and I give myself like 15 to 20 minutes to just like soak and make sure that like the salts are like pulling out any impurities I might have in my body, and I'm meditating, and it's just so beneficial. It's so helpful, and you know, with everything that's going on, it's, you know, I think it's so important to like watch your thoughts and be mindful of like the energy that you're bringing into your mind, because of course all of these things will translate into how energy flows through the body. And I think, you know, that also like just like segues into making sure that you're exercising and getting the energy flowing back into your body when all the gyms and things are closed down and are continuously being closed down. We don't really know what's going to happen in 30 days. It's so important to keep active as well. And another thing that is really important for me is um, maintaining the connection that I have with you all and my family and my other friends, just being social. And it's so interesting to see how people are you know, becoming more social in this time and using technology to get to connect with people. I see people like doing more live videos. I'm on the phone more often. I see people doing TikToks, you know, like we're just trying to like stay connected in the world, and I think it's beautiful, and there's going to be so much good that comes out of this, like, you know, all of the quarantining and all these things, like we're finding new ways to connect with each other, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love that part actually, because like the other day, I had to tell Ayla because she's out of town. So I was like, we have to. I require, and a Zoom date. A Zoom date. We must have a Zoom date. And so, you know, I'm like, I have to see you. So just having that availability is really awesome. And it is really cool because I am finding that I'm able to engage with more people now that way. And so it's actually kind of nice, instead of just talking by phone, to just be able to see the people that you're used to being able to interact with in person. I know that for me, it's really interesting because I've tried to take the mindset in this 2020 by surprise, you know, everything that's hit us. I'm trying to take it from the approach of like, man, maybe this is like divinely like happening by divine intervention, because like in some ways, like I needed this break, and it allowed me the time to just focus on me. And I think that it's really important for people to stay connected with the idea that like, okay, well, yeah, I had these plans for 2020, but obviously a lot of those plans are being thwarted for a lot of people. And so for me, I was just like, well, this is an opportunity. And I tried to think of it that way. And so for me, it was an opportunity to take care of myself. It was an opportunity to be consistent with working out. And I have never been on a mountain or worked out as consistent now as I am now. Like I'm on the mountain 5 times a week. And I did it the entire quarter, even through midterms, you know. So I was really proud of myself for that. And then and so getting involved in exercising and finding other means to exercise, because obviously these gyms are closed. I'm over here using stones to like lift weights and you know, but also just focusing on like my mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. And so I have actually been meditating, similar to you two ladies, all three of you ladies. And so just like finding different ways to meditate, and just being able to like release the things that are on my heart, and then, you know, just try to bring to me the things that I feel like I need for the day, or that I'm wanting for my year. And so I'm also getting involved in a lot of like other business aspects of things and using this time for that as well. So
Nice.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, it's crazy because it's just so true. I feel like we all just needed a pause.
yeah.
Like, you know, it's just like God was just, or, you know, it's just like hold up everybody, and just taking the time to really just have time was hard for me in the beginning because I was on such a schedule, and it was like, wake up at this time, by this time you're doing this, by this time you're in class, by this time you're out, by this time you're back in the gym, by this time, you know, like it was, and then you're sleep by 10. It was literally like that. So in the beginning, I was super amped up still. You know, the first lockdown in Arizona, I was like, you know what? I'm still on my schedule. I'm still gonna eat my same foods. You guys know I eat the same things. I still do though. But but you know, I was so head on strong about following my schedule. I'm still gonna practice yoga every single day. I'm still gonna do this, this, and that. And I was, and it still felt like I was on go, 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 go. And then my family, you know, I lost my uncle to COVID, as you guys know. And then that was like an extra slow down, like, you know, then I was at a stop. So it was like go, 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 stop. And then I would wake up at like 10, you know, because I would go to sleep at like 3. And then it was like, okay, then all of a sudden the anxiety of what has been going on kind of hit me really, really strong. And then it was like, okay, I had to really come to a place where I was like, everything that's going on is from a greater power, you know, and coming to that acceptance. And you know, I believe in God, and I know God knows me, and He knows I'm stubborn. So in order to learn anything, you know, I know these things, and it's like, but in order for Ayla to learn anything, it has to be in my face. So, you know, I really took a moment one morning, and I was like, I'm going to set up a meditation for myself. And I've been using the same thing, like the same 10-minute meditation on YouTube that's gratitude. It's literally morning gratitude. And, you know, I'm so thankful that that's available to us. And, you know, like we have, that in itself is a blessing. But when I did that and I just took a moment to just take in that moment, you know, like I'm with my family, I'm healthy, they're healthy, my friends are good, they're healthy, you know, everyone's protected. And the thing that really made my heart just like poof is how it felt to me, was like the compassion I felt at the moment for everybody that was anxious, for everybody that had a great loss during this time. Like, you know, it just put me in a different perspective. And even for those people who don't think like me right now, like, you know, I have friends who don't think the virus is real, or who don't think the same as I do, even with things like Black Lives Matter, and seeing people that I thought would be, you know, down with the power, but on the other end, you know, it's being, there's a shift basically. And, you know, just having compassion for mankind right now, and just understanding that even from the other side, like there's just so much anxiety, and there's so much need for like positivity and light. And then from, you know, from then on, I remembered like everything, like you guys said, everything that everyone's doing lately, and everything that everyone's posting and saying that's positive. It's so beautiful. Like even those little memes that everyone's been posting on Instagram, like even those little tiny things, I'm just so grateful for. And it's changed, you know, my outlook on it all, because like you said, Coco, we don't know what will happen tomorrow, the next day, in 30 days.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. And, you know, I think that this pandemic and being quarantined and how it's affecting different people, it's affecting people in different ways. And, you know, for us, it seems like it's been such a huge setback in some ways, but just changing your perspective and being able to, you know, take a new look at things and see how you've been able to adapt to the changes that are going on in society, I think that you should give yourself credit for that, and give yourself credit for the ability to look at the positive side of things. Give yourself credit for adapting and growing and taking care of yourself. And I think now more than ever, it's just so important, like I say, to stay connected and spend that time with your family. That's another thing that's been a positive for me. Like, I have a newborn, and I've been able to spend all this time with him at home, and I was so worried about that. And on the other end, yes, I'm worried about other things. I'm worried about COVID, and I'm, being really careful about that, and social distancing, keeping extra clean. So, yeah, it's very interesting times that we're living in, and I'm just really glad to see that we and so many other people are like really taking care of ourselves in a multi-dimensional way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just kind of like to bounce off the fact of you saying like taking time to kind of like slow down too. I think it's interesting that in the positive light of COVID too, like, obviously everybody has this sense of hygiene, but the fact that now it's so like prevalent, like it's like now like you need to, like it's just a huge thing. Like we're taking it to the next level where you just need to be more conscious, and aware of like your hygiene as far as like making sure you're washing your hands correctly, like that real like 30-second good like hand wash, or like yeah,
Fingernails.
So I think for me too, just being more cautiously, like just more aware of, protecting myself and even other people, and the last positive thing too that I was remembering as well is like it allowed me to be able to really focus on, like, you guys know, like I like to focus on my skin, and so I haven't been able to like go to the place that I love to go to actually like buy the products that I use for my face. So I've had the opportunity to be able to like create and make my own like face masks, which has been nice too. So that's also been kind of a relaxation thing, but still kind of like just like a fun thing where I'm learning still, obviously. But yeah.
I mean, I think that's really cool that like you took the time out to like just, oh, I can't go to the store to buy it, I guess I'll make it. I mean, that's so cute and innovative. I love that. But I think that like definitely slowing down, I think that was the like major theme of like 2020, like that. And I can't hear you, you're on mute. Because I think that happens a lot, all the time for me.
Or when you're not on mute, but you thought you were on mute.
Ooh,
Right.
that happened to me. Did y'all hear that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, exactly. But I think that adaptation is really huge here. And it's crazy because a lot of the people that I've been talking to also, because you have to think about it, like a lot of people are not able to work. Like people have lost their jobs. And I think it's really interesting because, and for me, I was saying like, this is an opportunity, especially amidst like Black Lives Matter and things like that, like for people to step back and think about what's really important here. You know what I mean? And to just see like, are you even happy with your life? Like, are you even happy with the routine that you had? Like we are such a go society, and everything is like, traffic, work, home, dinner, sleep, traffic, work. You know what I'm saying? Like that same little cycle. And even though like not having a job and still having to like be responsible for paying your rent and paying your mortgage, even though that's still going on, like maybe taking the time to think about like, is this something that I'm even happy with? And I've been talking to different people. Multiple people are like, man, I don't even like my job. I just want to leave my job, And I'm like, our lives are too short to be just consistently on a day-to-day basis doing something that you're not passionate about or not fulfilling some purpose that you feel that you have within you. And so I think that like taking an approach where you're just like, okay, listen, now that I have this downtime, what can I focus on that I am passionate about? And if you don't know, then discovering what that is, trying different activities, so that you can like figure out what am I actually like driven to do, and what is my purpose? How can I serve society or this world, or how can I elevate myself? How can I heal myself and help, contribute to society? And I just think that that's like, and this is an opportunity, even though it seems like 2020 is the year of hindrances and obstructions and like surprise turnarounds that you didn't expect and that you didn't want. Right. It's like flipping everybody's life upside down. But honestly, I feel like 2020, depending on your perspective, can also just be the year of opportunity, the opportunity to change your life, the opportunity to take better care of yourself, the opportunity to focus in on yourself, self-awareness and self-care, self-love, or just to like focus in on your ambitions and to like turn your whole life around. We can be starting businesses right now, so things like that. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just to close it here, just going off of what you said, I think it's so important to like think of this as a time to reset. It's very beautiful that people are coming out of this year, as crazy as it's been, and they're showing like tremendous growth, and they're taking the steps to take care of themselves, making great decisions to like go forward in life and in our society. And yeah, it's just really like, in retrospect, so far it's been a year of transformation, and I'm just super proud of us and proud of everyone who's gone through all these hardships, who are stepping up. With Black Lives Matter, with COVID, everyone's like really stepping up to the plate. And also like that combined with everything that could be going on in their personal lives, just being brave and sticking to their guns and taking care of business. Super, super exciting to see. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, Thriving Goddesses. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, leave some comments, DM us, let us know how you're feeling and what you're doing through this time, 2020.